good morning India. Welcome to News This Week on SPIRITZ TV. I am Shalini Kumar with the latest updates from the world of alcoholic beverages and hospitality. Let's start with some policy related stories coming from different states of India and other parts of the world. The new excise policy of Madhya Pradesh for the year 2022-23 fiscal has many new and progressive steps. Also, foreign liquor is expected to be cheaper in MP from 1st of April than it is now, as duty on foreign liquor has been reduced in the state's forthcoming excise policy by 10 to 13%. In the new excise policy, it would be permitted to make wines made from berries in MP. Liquor shops will be open at the airports and serving wines at counters of malls has also been allowed in the new excise policy of Madhya Pradesh. From 1st April, people in MP will be permitted to keep 4 times more liquor with them than they could now. Moreover, any person in MP who has an annual income of 1 crore rupees or more will get license to have a bar at his home in the new financial year. The new excise policy also states that pilot projects for Mahua based spirits will be run in MP's tribal dominated districts of Alirajpur and Dindori. There are news reports which claim that the Chhattisgarh government will help in increasing the sale of liquor in the neighboring state of Jharkhand, as Jharkhand government is impressed with the new liquor policy of Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh State Marketing Company Limited Consultancy will provide services in Jharkhand. Chhattisgarh's Excise Minister Kawasi Lakhma said that the Jharkhand government is in talks with the officials of his government. Amidst criticism of ineffective implementation of the much talked about prohibition law in Bihar and recent huge tragedies in the state, the Bihar government is thinking of relaxation in some of the stringent provisions of the liquor prohibition law, which can give some relief to non-habitual offenders of the law. The changes proposed in the law include placing fines on first-time offenders instead of jailing them. It is suggested that if a person is caught consuming alcoholic beverages in Bihar for the first time, accused may not be arrested but will be let off after payment of a fine on the spot. However, failure to pay the fine may invite simple imprisonment of 1 month in the revised law, which may come into effect in the near future. There is no proposal for such relaxation being suggested in the revised law to repeat offenders. All wholesalers of liquor in Delhi have been directed by the Delhi government to begin testing the liquor that they receive from manufacturers and upload the reports on a portal along with the undertaking that there is no spurious liquor. Under the new excise policy of Delhi government, each wholesale liquor licensee in Delhi needs to set up approved laboratory at its warehouses to detect whether there is presence of spurious liquor in each batch of liquor which they receive from the manufacturers. Andhra Pradesh government issued orders to extend operational hours of liquor retail shops in the state of Andhra Pradesh from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. The AP government on one hand is claiming that if it is taking steps to discourage liquor consumption, while on the other hand it is extending the timings of liquor retail outlets in the state. It again implies that the liquor business is a great business for the states in India. Trade bodies and other stakeholders in the UK have been banking on ongoing FTA discussion with India. UK ministers have been cautioned by stakeholders that failure to persuade the Indian government to slash the 150% tariff on Scotch whisky could see Scottish firms miss out on a golden opportunity to increase exports and jobs. It comes after negotiations were launched earlier this week in New Delhi between ministers from the UK and India over a free trade agreement. The UK government has sought to reduce the tariff. Scotch makes up just 2% currently of India's total whisky market. It is estimated that if the tariff is reduced, exports of Scotch whisky to India could grow by around £1 billion over the next 5 years. In a welcome move, Japan has recognized bourbon and Tennessee whiskey as American products in Japan. With this, Japan became the 44th country to officially acknowledge bourbon and Tennessee whiskey as US products. The recognition has been effective from 22nd December 2021. As part of the deal, the US also reciprocated the process for some of the Japan's products. According to the latest data of Discuss from January 2021 to November 2021, American whiskey exports to Japan reached $89 million. Let's move to some new development on the legal front. The Supreme Court has dismissed the batch of appeals made against grant of anticipatory and regular bails to accused under Bihar's stringent alcohol prohibition law. The apex court observed that these matters had choked courts and 15 Patna High Court judges were hearing these cases only. This decision of the Supreme Court comes as a big setback to the present Bihar government. According to the Bihar police records, total 3,48,170 cases were lodged and 4,01,855 arrests were made under the Bihar prohibition and excise law till October last year, and about 20,000 bail pleas in such cases are pending in courts. The Telangana government has been instructed by the Telangana High Court to carry out a survey of all liquor shops within 2 months in the state to ensure that no liquor shop along with permit is located in a residential locality of the state of Telangana. The court also directed that no liquor shop should be allowed near hospital, religious institution or school. The verdict came in response to a PIL petition. The bench also stated that the Telangana government should ensure that consumption of liquor does not take place outside the permit rooms or outside the bar, which causes inconvenience to the public at large. Let's move on to some interesting stories. According to a new British research, few glasses of red wine might lower your risk of contracting COVID-19. People who drink more than 5 glasses a week had a 17% lower risk of catching the virus. White wine drinkers who consume between 1 to 4 glasses a week had an 8% lower risk of catching the virus compared with non-drinkers. Beer and cider drinkers had a nearly 28% higher chances of getting COVID regardless of how much they consumed. A recent study by Bumble, first dating app in India where women make the first move, has unearthed that 32% of single Indian respondents believed that their relationship with alcoholic beverages had changed because of the pandemic and they now drank much less than they did previously. In fact, 43% of Indian respondents polled said they plan to drink less in the new year than what they did previously. According to the survey, 51% of Indian respondents are now more willing than they were before the COVID outbreak to consider going on a dry date. This trend is even more pronounced among Gen Z respondents. India-based gin producer Third Eye Distillery, which owns Stranger & Sons Gin, has partnered with spirits distribution system Eco Spirits to bring low carbon spirits packaging technology to India. Third Eye Distillery is launching a closed loop service in India this year and introducing low waste and low carbon spirits packaging technology. The process will begin in Goa, Maharashtra and Karnataka in February 2022. Popular Bollywood star Alia Bhatt has emerged as the new face of Blenders Pride with the campaign titled Made of Pride. Company said that the star represents the brand's philosophy. Through the narrative of the film, Alia nudges the audience to adorn an attitude reflective in the lyrics. Watch out! I am love to slay, hit me with your brightest light. I will stare back. I am made of pride. The 360-degree integrated campaign will be seen across TV, digital, print and out-of-home media. Unifree Duty Free and its joint venture partner Jaber Heinemann sold a bottle of rare the Yamazaki 55-year-old whisky for 4,88,000 euro, roughly 4.14 crore in Indian rupee at Istanbul airport. The rare whisky was launched at Istanbul airport in December 2021. Customers had to be invited to place a bid to have a chance to purchase the liquor. Due to its highly limited release, a total of 8 interested customers made a valid offer and the bottle was ultimately purchased by an unnamed customer from China. The Yamazaki 55-year-old whisky is the oldest single malt whisky in the history of the House of Suntory. It is a blend of 3 exceptional single malts from the 1960s, featuring components distilled under the supervision of Suntory's founder. Brewdog Company is joining forces with the Christopher Street Day, Berlin to brew a beer to support the German LGBTIQA community. The joint collaboration, which will include the launch of a beer called Hoppy Pride, is set to mark the start of a long-term partnership between the two initiators, and their communities sets a plan in place for them to each share the profits equally. Guinness announced plans to introduce the first zero-emission vehicles into its iconic quality fleet from this summer, driven by a team of dedicated and passionate experts who work to make sure consumers can enjoy beautiful, great-tasting pints of Guinness. The ambition is for 70% of the quality fleet to be zero emission by the end of 2025 and 100% by the end of the decade. Guinness already has a zero emission vehicle which is used exclusively at the brewery. An alcohol awareness campaign in 5 Asian markets has been initiated by Puerto Rico. The objective behind this campaign is to encourage young adults to engage in responsible drinking of alcoholic beverages. The company has begun its first cross-market alcohol awareness social media campaign in Asia, which is named Make Memories, Not Hangovers. The campaign targets young drinkers and urges them to address the dangers of binge drinking, and it has been flowed in Hong Kong, Japan, Korea, Taiwan and the Philippines. Here are some new brand launch stories for you. A Scotland-based distillery, Darnley's, has unveiled recyclable gin pouches as part of its 2022 sustainability strategy. The 700 ml products are available for the brand's original, spiced and navy. The pouches are designed to be decanted into existing Darnley's gin bottles and then posted free of charge back to Darnley's headquarters for recycling. They weigh 50% less than glass bottles, which are highly energy intensive to produce and transport, according to the brand. Bombay Sapphire announces the launch of Bombay Sapphire and Tonic ready to drink enabling its consumers to now enjoy the world's #1 premium gin as a bar quality gin and tonic serve, no matter where they are. The much anticipated offering combines the brand's heralded vapor-infused London Dry Gin with the perfect balance of tonic water for a superior taste. Jamaica-based Appleton Estate has released limited edition rum to celebrate the 40th anniversary of master blender Joy Spence. The Ruby Anniversary Edition is a blend of 5 Jamaican rums which were aged for at least 35 years. The oldest liquid in the blend is 45 years old. That's all for this week. I will come back next Friday, same time. Till then, stay well and safe and enjoy your weekend responsibly.